My name is Christopher Hawk. I'm a police officer at the University of Illinois Police Department, and I've been employed here since April of 1996. So I'm about to hit my 20th year here at the police department. Bike safety problems. There are a lot of issues related to bicyclists and motorists and pedestrians. And it all boils down basically to sharing the roads and sidewalks. Bicyclists have to operate their bicycles lawfully, within the realm of the legal constraints, and they have to share with motorists, they have to share with pedestrians, motorists have to share with everybody, and pedestrians have to share with everybody. If you're riding on the street, you have to act as if you're driving a car. All of the same traffic laws apply to a bicyclist on a street as they would to a car. So riding the right direction in the lane, not going the wrong way on a one-way street, stopping at stop signs, stopping at red lights, signaling turns or intended changes in your path. Those things are stuff that have to be done when you're riding. You shouldn't wear earbuds in or headphones because you can't do that when you're driving a car either. If you're riding on the sidewalk, you're considered a pedestrian, and you have to obey the same pedestrian laws that someone walking along would. That means paying attention to the walk and don't walk signs. The bicyclist also has the additional responsibility of yielding to pedestrians on the sidewalk. So if you're riding along and someone steps out in front of you, you're required to stop and yield to that person. Riding on the sidewalk puts the bicyclist at a big disadvantage. And it's actually safer to ride legally on the streets than to ride on the sidewalks. Bike lanes are an accommodation that have a lot of controversy attached to them. My personal philosophy is that you should ride in the road like you're a car. Okay? And there's nothing at all wrong with riding down Green Street just in your lane. There's room for cars to go around if they want to. If there's something that's blocking the turn lane or something, the bicyclist can ride in the middle of the lane. It's called taking the lane, and they can make that lane for them. The bike lanes along First Street, along Goodwin, along like Lincoln Avenue, those bike lanes are there to help bicyclists who aren't as comfortable riding in the street, but I am not required to ride in that bike lane. If I'm riding down First Street, I'll ride in the traffic lane rather than in the bike lane. Well, one of the big problems with that statistic, is that nobody knows exactly how many people get hurt while riding a bicycle. A lot of hospitals don't even track that. I've talked to Carl and Covenant hospitals here in town, and they cannot tell me who comes in from a bicycle injury. Okay, so those statistics you have are grossly underreported. Bicycle injuries can be very devastating. People talk about bikes, I give my 5-year-old kid a bicycle. It's a toy. But that changes as you get older, when you ride recreationally, when you ride as a commuter, trying to get back and forth across campus. The injuries change based on what you're doing. People get hurt typically because one or two or more people make mistakes while the bicyclist is riding. Some of the basic ways that people get hurt is just simply falling off the bike. And that's the number one way that a bicyclist gets injured, is simply a fall. And that can be caused by a lot of different things. The second way people get injured is getting hit by a car or getting hit by another vehicle or bicyclist or pedestrian while you're riding around. Car versus bicycle crashes for adult cyclists tend to be caused more often by the motor vehicle operator doing things that are not paying attention to the bicyclist. The best way to avoid those crashes is to ride with a very good awareness of traffic around you and being prepared to get out of the car's way if it gets in front of you. But basically it's people get hurt because either a car driver pulls out in front of you or the bicyclist isn't paying attention and hits a curb and falls off, those kind of things.